Hi everybody, in this video we are going to do something a little challenging. We're going to try to make some handles for each side of this cup. To make the handles, we're going to go over our basic shapes and drag out this shape called the torus and set it on the work plane. Now I'm going to change the color to match whatever color I chose for the cup. So I'm going to go up here, pick my gold color. You can match the color to whatever your cup was. Now we'll select the torus again, and we're going to open this drop-down menu. And this part that says tube, the default is 2.5. We're going to click that and type 2 and press enter. It's going to open up the inside tube, the ring, a little bit for us. What we're going to do next is we're going to go over to our basic shapes, and we're going to drag out a box and set it on the work plane. But we want the clear whole box. Looks like I'm having some trouble doing that. There we go. So now I have my clear box. And what I want to do with this is I want to set it halfway over the torus. We want to cut this thing in half. So spin your camera a little bit once you do that. Make sure half of the torus is inside the box. Then we drag and select both of them, and we group it. And now we have this nice little thing that looks like a macaroni and cheese noodle. We're going to turn this into a handle. Our next step is we're going to select it and move our camera to find this curvy arrow. We're going to want to do a 90-degree turn to get this upright. So I'm going to click that arrow, click the 0, and type 90. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lift this up off the ground a little bit. Let's go for a height of maybe 5 right there. And now we want to move it over to the side of the cup that we made. And you notice it doesn't quite fit right. It's going to stick too much inside of there. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this curvy arrow. I'm going to click and hold it. And if I put my mouse in this blue area, I can do a nice fine twist with it. I'm going to twist it and try to get it to match pretty close with the angle of that cup. Now let me move it in and see how it looks. You want to spin your camera to the side, make sure it's centered there. And if you need to turn it more, you can use this curvy arrow and use it to pivot it back and forth more to get that right where you like it. Once you've done that, we're going to make a copy. So I'm going to click it, Control-C, Control-V, and I have a copy. You can also use the copy and paste buttons found up there. And we're going to use this handle for the other side. So I'm going to drag it over here. And now I'm going to move my camera to find this curvy arrow. And we're going to do a 180-degree turn. So I'm going to click that 0, and type 180. The angles should match and everything else should work. So let's push that in. You may have to move it around a little bit, left or right. If the angle doesn't quite work, you can still use this curvy arrow to do fine little adjustments to it, to twist that noodle back and forth if you want to. So it's not going to be perfect. Sometimes you'll have a little bit of it sticking out in the cup, but I challenge you to try to have the cup empty and get these angles just right. So get it as close as you can. And once you've done that, we're going to select everything, and we're going to group it. And now we have a really cool looking championship cup once it all groups together. You'll notice on my screen we have this red outline. If you ever get that, that means it's thinking, it's processing. The more geometry you have, the longer that red outline will take. If the red outline stays for more than a couple minutes, you can always go up to your web browser and refresh the page. Sometimes that will do the trick, and you'll have to do it again. Once we've done that, we're going to lift this off the ground. I'm going to try for a height of 62, kind of my estimate. And now we want to select everything, and we're going to use our Align tool to bring this cup over. So I'm going to click Align, click the middle black circle there, and the middle black circle there. So it looks like 62 worked pretty good for a height. You can always adjust the height if you want your cup to sit a little more upright or a little more down. Just make sure it's not floating. Make sure at least part of it is attached to your trophy. Once it's a height you like and it's all aligned, let's select everything and let's group it together. And again, you might get that red outline for a while because it's calculating a lot of geometry. All right, we are almost done. In the very last video, I'm going to show you how to customize this with a cool nameplate on the front of it.